Hey guys, how's it going? OSCO here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to progress your track from a loop into a bit more of like a fully fledged track with a bit of progression to it. So what I've got is like a little intro here that leads into my idea of the drop. I'm going to just show you, turn it into a bit more of a track idea. Let's just jump straight into this. Cool, so we get the idea. Basically, I've got this drum loop that I've made with some drum racks. All these drums are synthesized as well. They're going to be in my sample pack that's coming out soon. So basically what I'm going to do is just take these drums. As you can see here, it's just a simple, straight, basic like 8th note hi-hat pattern with a couple of effects going on. So nothing crazy, but what I've prepared here is just a bit more shuffle, a bit more interest, sort of progressing it further. So rather than changing the arrangement when you're moving onto the track, you can literally just copy this over and it will sound different. It's not super apparent to the average listener, but like it is a change. So if I take this, play it from here. I forgot to copy over the sidechain, so the kick and bass might have sounded a bit weird there, but so basically what I've done is just changed like the hat pattern, so it like doubles up. It's basically just some trap snares, trap hats. So it just continues like to roll a little bit, change up the pattern, change the velocity, just to create a bit more dynamics within the drums. And then I've also added a hat verb, which is basically just a slightly different envelope with some reverb on it. And some shakers, just to like fit around the percussion and just create a little bit more groove. What I've also done with the hats as well within the Serum patch is I've also added an LFO on the Serum patch. I've added an LFO on the panning of the noise. So if you're listening on headphones, you should hear that panning around your head. So yeah, that's so I just got an LFO on the pan of the noise here. And then to progress this further, so now we've doubled it just by messing about with the drums. Now we can even double this up again and mess about with it further. So what I've done here, basically what you're doing is just taking the same loop. You might want to throw some effects and stuff in here if you're taking this a bit further, but I've had limited time to record this video. A trick that you hear a lot in like music that's made today is within 140 and stuff is as you're coming up towards the end of a bar, you'll have like some sort of thing signifying that there's going to be a change. So here I've duplicated the hats a lot. So then that would lead into so you could do something like where it's just the bass, just the instrument, leave out the drums, and then when you're reintroducing them, just a kick, snare, and then maybe, I don't know, I might do something like this. Where I highlight all of them, hold Control or Command on Mac, and you can draw a little line. If I go into the volume on here, maybe I can change the velocity to drive here. So it just creates like a little bit more dynamics within the kick as well by doing that. You can go try this out and play about with your drums. I've done absolutely nothing to the samples or the bass or, you know, the choirs that I've got going on, but I've instantly created something that's totally listenable for over a minute just by switching up the drums. So if you combine that with a bunch of changes and effects and layers, maybe an A and a B part of your drop, playing about with, you know, different samples or transitions, or you can get away with, if you can incorporate, so just throwing in some drum switches like wherever you can. Don't be afraid to like make something interesting then go back to something that's not so interesting, because that's what creates the push and pull, or like the dynamics. Having one part that slaps and then another part which is a bit more technical, and you can play about with that and, you know, really experiment, because that's where you can come up with your own sound. And yeah, I hope you've learned something useful from this. I hope you're going to go back and maybe try this out, maybe making one section where your drums aren't as complex and then one section where your drums are as like a bit more complex. My sound, everything's about the drums in my opinion. Like if you got nothing to groove to, then the track doesn't slap. That's how it is in my opinion. So yeah, take that with a pinch of salt. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.